Well, I am happy to have on the Thacker Chronicles with me one of my favorite bands out there over the past 5 or 6 years. Carol Young, Kim Warner, the Greencards. Welcome to the Thacker Chronicles.
Man, thanks for having us. Pleasure.
So happy to have you here. We've got some whiskey.
I have some nice whiskey too.
We got some whiskey. We got some candlelight. Let's start off deep.
What do you got?
What's the most irritating question you all get from being?
Oh, that's so funny.
Being whatever it is, but I'm thinking mainly it's like, you're from Australia.
Yeah. Well, I had a great one when we've been here 12 years now, but I was out in West Texas one time and sort of at this party, and there was this girl that came up and said, "Y'all from Australia?" I said, "Yeah, I'm from Australia." She goes, "Wow." She goes, "You got the internet down there in Australia?" I said, "Yeah." She goes, "Wow, really?" I said, "Yeah, we got running water as well." You know,
Toilets inside the house.
Yeah, inside the house. That's right. No, people. It's funny. I still run into people from time to time that think Australia's just this little place, you know, somewhere off on the other side of the planet, but it's a pretty big country. We've really been more influenced by American music, roots American music, you know, just whether it be, you know, acoustic form or rock and roll. That's really the music that we all grew up listening to, and the stuff that we aspired to try and create ourselves. But in saying that, we are Australian. I think just the lifestyle in Australia has had far more of an influence on us as opposed to the music itself. You know, on who the Greencards are and had become.
Lots of water.
Lots of water.
Absolutely, the water. I mean, our new record is a themed record based heavily on water.
Your hair, floating on the surface of the black water.
And you're all living in Austin, Texas,
we are,
right?
Yeah. Yes, so.
What kind of an influence in the beginning of that was Austin to your creative process?
Well, huge.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, the likes of Lyle Lovett and Robert Earl Keen, you know, Steve Earle stuff, early Steve Earle stuff. We were just totally infatuated with that music. A big part of moving to Texas, and that was where we spent the first 5-6 years in Austin, Texas, before moving here to Nashville.
Yeah, that music had been a huge influence on us. You know, when we started out, we had no original songs. We were just a little cover band playing, you know, bluegrass standards, traditional country standards, and then, you know, sort of that rootsy Americana things, like you said, Robert Earl Keen, Lyle Lovett songs, Steve Earle. So that stuff certainly, probably the foremost influence, I think, on the Greencards is Texas music, yeah.
And your latest record, produced by Gary Pagzosa.
Yeah, Pachosa.
Yeah.
I've never even heard anybody pronounce it.
That's how we were for years when we first read his name. How the hell do you pronounce this?
Yeah. So why did you crush my friend Doug Lancio and go with somebody else?
I think Doug, he dumped us. I think he's with John Hyatt now. He's very busy with John Hyatt. Yeah. Oh, that was a great thing for us.
It was.
We'd admired him playing guitar for Paddy Griffin, and he produced that great record for Paddy Griffin that was it for me, the ceiling thing. And we ended up hanging out with him backstage at the Grand Ole Opry one night. He was in town and we were playing, and we invited him out. Yeah. And he came and hung out backstage, and we sort of cornered him and said, "Do you want to produce a record for us? And we're not letting you out of here until you say yes."
He's one of the sweetest guys on the planet.
He
really is.
And one of the most talented, really. I don't think people...
Underrated.
Yeah, underrated, and it's kind of almost like he prefers it that way. I don't know that he would say that, but,
I think he's pretty happy that he can just slide under the radar and just be who he is, you know.
Come home again on the Cadillac wind. Tell me where you've been, my love. Is that you I see sailing toward me? Oh, steps to the water's edge. Beware, beware, staring at illusions on the black, black water.
How big of a challenge is it to let go of the Doug experience and then give to Gary that same sort of freedom? I mean, it's like, gosh, I love that Doug Lancio. I don't want to do what you ask us to do, Gary. Is there any of that, or is it you just have to you let go? And
yeah, that's an interesting point. You know, I mean, I think it's just us, just understanding what the project is and who the right person for the project is. Winding back to working with Doug for the first time, we wanted someone that was not a bluegrasser. We really were trying to establish ourselves, and we thought we were coming into our own a little bit with our songwriting and the sound that we had. So we had Doug, who, like Carol said, John Haidt and Paddy Griffin, and just played, really great rootsy music. We knew he was going to bring that element across. I think he was the first guy that sort of said to us the thing that, he was down on the bluegrass thing was the fact that people just tend to make records for their friends in that scene. That's not everybody, but it's like, I got to get this flash lick in here, when I play this man, I got to work on that mandolin solo some more because it's not quite, but maybe it's perfect for the song.
Yeah.
He's just like, let's not get into any of that. Let's just, if it feels right, we're going to go with it. You're going to have to start dealing with something that you may not feel was right. But always when you go back and listen to it, it's like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
But handing the reins over, that's there's nothing more stifling to a session than, saying no to everything and pulling everything up and saying, you got to let everyone have their freedom. It's like everyone gets a shot at going with it. And if it's not working, everyone has a chance then to say, don't feel it.
Yeah.
But there's nothing more stifling to a recording session to not have the freedom to say something.
Sure. But you're a girl and all of your ideas are wrong.
Finally.
Don't I know
it? Voice of reason.
Come home again on the Cadillac wind. Tell me where you've been, my love. Is that you I see sailing toward me? Oh, oh.
I think the key to success is having a choreographed group dance.
I think it is. I'm starting to think about that more
One of
now.
our guests on the Thacker Chronicles, Humming House, they had a choreographed dance in their video that we used in our Thacker Chronicle interview with them. And I mean, they're a household name. Well, a humming household name. But that's what you need to do.
I think maybe that's what we did. We took it one step further. We decided to do videos without us in it at all.
Oh!
That's the way we do it.
That's good. Maybe just a spent match or something up close with maybe
just let it burn right down.
Yeah,
There it
burn
is.
down. Smoke trickling off. Slow motion, fade to black.
Artsy, very artsy.
There we go. Slow motion, fade to black. Fred understands. Fred the cameraman, right, Fred? Well, I'm so thrilled that you guys stopped in here today. I've been excited to meet you for the last couple of weeks since we all kind of hooked up over the interwebs and talked about things about you coming in. I'm so excited for you.
Thank you.
Your new record's wonderful.
Thank you.
The Greencards.
Our pleasure. Thank you
on
so
the
much,
Thacker
mate.
Chronicles.
Come home